Today we're going to try the Motorola Razr Fold as a desktop PC or semi computer. So this is the first time I use a desktop model for Motorola at all on any of its phones. So going through it, I'm seeing everything for the first time. So you're going to have to bear with me because there's quite a few glitches and we'll really see how this thing performs for the desktop experience. Let's go. So we've got the Motorola Razr Fold. I've got a monitor here ready to plug it in. Keyboard and mouse all set up. So let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on, and I'm going to do it open, and we're going to plug this in, and let's just see what happens. I've actually never done this before, so this is all going to be a first time experience for me. And let me grab a little stand here to put this on, and look at that. It popped up right away. There we go. Okay, looks like I can use this as a mouse, but I also got my mouse here and I got my keyboard going. So that's pretty cool. Now I've got some options. I got mobile desktop, TV, video chat, or gaming. Mirror the display. I don't want to mirror display. We'll just leave it at that and see what happens. Let's go ahead and go with mobile desktop. And there we go. We've got a mobile desktop. And I guess these are your basic Google apps. Look at that. They're all Google. Play Store, Gmail, Photos, Files, and Chrome. So let's go ahead and see how this looks. So I click on this. Oh, that was kind of a nice animation there to open up. These are all my apps. Now, with the Honor Magic and things like that, it would not open up everything. It had trouble open up browsers. For specifically, it had trouble open up Edge. Let's see if this will open up Edge. There we go. Edge right there. It opens up as a small screen, but it looks like you have the option to go full screen here. Yeah, just by clicking that, now it's a full screen app. But does it look like a full screen web browser? No, not really. Let's see. Do I need to go into settings and turn it into full screen? I'm not seeing that there. How about here? There's our options to go full screen. I don't see anything to make this see it as a full browser. That's interesting. History, favorites, downloads. Let's go into settings and see. Can we use, is there anything here? There is nothing here for full browsing. Let's go ahead and let's just go to a website. Let's go to eBay. Why not? There's eBay. Is it going to go full size? Yeah, pretty much. I got the space here, but I should be able to view as desktop site. There we go. Now what happens? Does it look any different? Is it viewed as a desktop site? Let's see. Okay, mobile site. No, we're on desktop site. Okay, well, that's interesting. All right, where are my tags? Where are my saved files? Guess I got to go here to favorites, and let's go to Amazon. Let's check out Amazon. See if it go. Amazon typically goes full pages on my computers. For example, let's check this one out. Let's see how it does compared to a real computer. For example, let's go ahead and we'll check this one out. This is my Mac on the desktop, and it's really cool with this keyboard. I can switch here, and now I'm controlling my Mac here. So we'll go ahead and sign into it. And same with the mouse. I can press a button here and switch to the Mac there. So that's cool. So now on the Mac, if I go to Amazon, this is what a full browser looks like. So how close is it? You know, there's still a lot of a gap here. Let's see if there's any way I can get this to look like that. I mean, it's close, but no cigar. Well, I can't seem to find a way to get this thing to enlarge the screen, but I guess that's okay. Let's go ahead and shop here. Computer monitors. I've been needing a new computer monitor because the one I have is going out, and I'm looking at getting a widescreen. So that's not the greatest, you know, with it being so small, but it's at least showing everything. So how easy is it to close it? You just go up here and you hit the X. That's good. So let's check out Google Chrome now and see what it does. So it looks like they automatically open up small. So YouTube is full, so that's nice. It looks like it's go right on my website here. And if we open up an app, it looks like it's gonna pull right on up. Here's what happens when I get a phone call. I can answer it right here. Click. Well, there we go. That's a nice sampling of what will happen here. So this doesn't look bad. So if we go up here and we go to YouTube on this computer, then let's go ahead and open up the same one here. And let's pause it. And they look pretty much the same as you can see here, so that's not bad. So I'm liking this. And if I hit play, I'm sure it's going to play the sound over here. No, it's trying to play the sound on the speaker on this thing, which is pretty poor. I don't care for the sound on this. It's really low quality. Whoops, we had our first glitch. It's power. It keeps clicking off. That's not good. Let's see what happens here. It's back on. It keeps clicking off and on. I wonder if that's my cord. Maybe I have a bad cord. Back on mobile site. Okay, folks. First glitch. Keeps powering off and on. Let me change cords and see if that makes a difference. Now this is a 4K cable. I don't really know if it's going to work on this thing or not, but let's find out. Okay, there we go. It's back on. Okay, let's get back to where we were. We were in Chrome. We were full screen. And it saved it. I think that's because it saved it on my phone. So we're right back in there. And now the mouse is acting glitchy. Well, that's not good. So let's close Chrome. Now the mouse works again. That's crazy. And now we lost connection again. Well, this is not much of an app to really test if it's going to keep losing its connection. So we'll try again. Let's go with my email. Open up email. It's quite small and hard to read, but I guess you could probably just change sizes somewhere on the phone. I just didn't want to take the time to do that here today. But as you can see, it's quite interesting here. And how do I get back? Okay, I go here to my mail. All right, there's my mail. And here's a real interesting collaboration, but I wanted to show you something here. If I open this up on the phone, if I click on the link, it splits automatically on the screen. Let's see what it does here. Nope. Oh, wait. It just opens up the app separately and puts it on top. So that's interesting. And if I put it here to the side, does it snap? No, no snapping apps. No, it will not automatically snap. But it looks like if you click on an app, it's down here. If you take this app, you can actually click here to go to the side. There we go. And then we take this one, and push that one to the side. There we go. Now we got split screen. We got my email here. We've got the website here. So you can do split screen on here just fine, it looks like, but it doesn't do the snapping, which I prefer that it snap. What's this experience hub? Oh, okay, the experience hub is where all this is laid out. Let's look at the tutorial here. Welcome to the mobile app. How to get around. Okay, quick settings, notification, desktop settings. Click on the desktop setting icon. Change your wallpaper. Okay, you change the wallpaper on the desktop itself. That's interesting. And we saw a hub here, audio routing. So right here, you can choose where your audio comes from. So the Motorola Razr or from this monitor. I would choose the Motorola Razr because that monitor is horrible. Done. Okay. And then if we go back to Chrome, back to YouTube. Interesting how the mouse is working. Okay. Now, for this video, we're going to look at the Motorola Razr Fold against the Magic V5 with the cameras and photography and video. Okay, the mouse did its thing again where it locked up. Well, that's weird. And then there it is. So the mouse is disappearing. That's not good. And even here, I can't get it to appear on the rest of the screen. That's strange. This stuff is really kind of acting pretty goofy. But if I close this up, I get my mouse back. Interesting. You can right click here and you got desktop settings, which is nice. You can choose your wallpaper, screen timeout. You can have it turn off automatically. Display font sizes. So I was able to increase that, so that's nice. Mouse output, you can choose the mouse. Okay, it's large, small. Okay, I like that better. Okay, primary button, right click. Okay, so you can change sound, multi-playback sound. So you can make different apps play sound at the same time. That's pretty interesting. Advanced New apps home screen, don't want to do that. Block notifications. App launch preferences. I guess you can determine what you want to do with these apps when they launch. So I'm not quite sure what it wants to do. So let's look at this. Let's continue to see what happens. Restart. I don't know what these do. Okay, maybe one of you guys know what that does. I have no clue. All right. So anyway, so let's go to wallpaper. Let's adjust my wallpaper at least here and change it. Let's make it something a little funner here. Funner, is that a word? Okay, that looks cool. I like that. So that looks really nice. Now it looks like starting to look like a laptop. So that's pretty good. Now you got the experience hub up here on the right top corner. And if I click on that, it takes me back to being able to choose what I want to do. So let's look at the TV here. And when you open this up, what's going to happen? Okay, it says choose an app below. So here you are, Motorola TV, huh? All right, what are the apps? These are all the video apps that I have actually on my phone. So that's interesting. So you can do these. So let's just try Netflix, for instance. What's going to happen? Looks like it's going to open up Netflix. There we go. And you can open up the sidebar using a mouse. Move the pointer to the left edge. Okay, so, oh, is that what this is? This is the sidebar. Okay. You could do, oh, you can screen record from here. Okay. So I can screen record this thing. So that's nice. Keyboard, press the button, Smart Connect, Air Remote, press. So there's some interesting features here. So if I go right into, there it is, there's my Netflix, so I could just start watching, if I wanted to watch The Flash right here. Well, go full screen. Looks like it's going to go full screen. So that's really nice. And my mouse disappeared on me again. So what do I got to do? Got to hit escape to get out of it. So I understand the mouse getting out of the way, but I don't think I like that, because what if I want to speed through this thing? You have to have a mouse pad, I guess, and hit the keys on the mouse pad to get it to speed through. So I don't know. So I guess it's more of a PC viewing thing. You can't really do anything with the mouse. I can go up here maybe and hit the back button, but otherwise I hit escape to get out of it. So that's interesting. So my mouse is back now. So it probably works the same on any of them. What about YouTube? You really do need a mouse during YouTube, and this is Shane Craig, one of the good ones out there. Go to my channel here. Take a look at one of my videos here. And again, you can go full screen. And how about the sound here? You can adjust the sound right here. So let's go to my Motorola Razr.
I'm going to tell you that, I've been using these cameras for the last 2 days. This is, I guess this is the second day nonstop. And we've got.
So the mouse works here during play of YouTube, but for some reason it doesn't through the other videos. I don't really care for that. So that means you got to have a keyboard around, or I guess maybe you can use the keyboard here. So let's open up Prime Video. Let's see what happens here on Prime. When you go into Prime Video and look at something. Okay, my mouse is gone here in Prime Video. I guess it shows up part of the time, but it's hard to really see, what's going on here. Can't hit escape. I'm kind of stuck even on this mouse pad. How do I get out of this? I just have to hit the X, I guess. See, I'm kind of stuck here. No, I don't want to pay for a subscription. I already have a subscription. So, I'm stuck. Escape does nothing. X does nothing. I can't do anything with this mouse while hitting the back arrow. Hit the back arrow. Okay. But still, my mouse is not working on this screen. So what happens if I hit the back arrow again? That's how I get out of there. So I could use the back arrow on my phone, but that's really kind of goofy. So there we go. Experience Hub. You can do a video chat. So I'm assuming it's going to use the camera on my phone. I don't have an app set up for that. I guess I've got Zoom here on my phone and don't really want to sign up. Well, it's kind of froze up on this thing here. Now I can't get out of it. So there is a lot of glitches on this thing, folks. So if I go here, okay, the thing's just locked up because of Zoom or just because it's glitchy. I can go here to my side window, I think. I don't know what it's doing, but it's glitching. So see, these are just glitches that make this thing very unusable. So I would just have to say I'm going to call it quits now. The Motorola desktop is not something worth buying the phone for. There's too much glitching going on. They got a lot of work to do with it. I like the look. I like the interface as it is, but glitchiness has just got to go away to make this thing productive. Have any of you used the Motorola desktop? Let me know down in the comments. I want to know if it's working for you or if it's still glitchy. How long have they been making it? This is my first Motorola I really tried it on. I mean, the screen is beautiful. It works on a 4K or 2K machine or screen, so that's not an issue. But the issue is it's just so glitchy, and sometimes it just cuts off. So, you know, not something I'll be using, but I don't typically use these desktop models anyway. Now, other than that desktop model, I really do enjoy the Motorola Razr Fold, and it's a great phone. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so you can see all the different videos on it and all the different comparisons I do with the Motorola Razr Fold. If you haven't seen any videos on this one, you might want to start with this one. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and God bless.